Hello, my name is Evan O'Toole. I'm the Client Services Manager here at the Princeton Review and Tutor.com, and today we're going to be going over the Salem International University Upward Bound Homework Help Tutor.com program that is available 24/7, 361 days a year on any device that you can use to access the internet. That includes laptops, tablets, and your phone. First thing is to go through how we actually get to the site here itself. And you can do that by getting, again, on any one of those devices, going to a browser that you like. We typically use Chrome or Firefox, but you can use Internet Explorer, Edge, other types of browsers that are out there, Opera, and be able to get here. All you simply need to do to get to this site in particular is go to www.tutor.com/UB-Salem, and it takes you right here. Now, if you go to tutor.com by itself, you will not be able to access using the credentials that have been given to you through the folks there at the Upward Bound program. So you must use this particular URL because every site is different, and we want to make sure that you're able to get into your site and your account in particular. So when I log in here, the first thing I'm able to see is this landing page, which is fairly new as of this year in 2018. And we get to see all the different things that are available to you as a student. Everything from your core classes, some computer skills, drop-off essay review, and we'll cover some of these so that you can see it. But if you click on any one of these blue boxes, this big blue box, or even this box here, you'll be taken to the request form. And that is where you're going to actually be able to choose your subject, but be able to get a tutor live. So if I go in here and still have all the same subjects available, and I say I need help with calculus, maybe I'm in 10th grade, and I have a couple of different things that I can do here. Now I can choose to have a voice chat if I want to. And what this will allow me to do is to be able to connect with a tutor who will talk with me through the internet or through a phone conference line that is created for you upon choosing that option. Now, in here, again, everything that you do is recorded. So that includes the phone session or voice session that you have with your tutor as well. It's not required, so as you see, I had to check it. I can keep it unchecked or check it if I'd like it. And the last two things that I can do here are either type my question out if it's fairly easy enough. However, if I have something more complicated, I have a diagram, I have a screenshot or picture that I want to share of my homework, of the project that I'm working on. As you can see here, once I choose attach file, there are tons of different file types for me to attach, so that when I click connect now and I'm taken to the classroom, in my request form, that picture, that screenshot, that file is transferred over to the tutor so that they can see it as well. So once I'm done doing that, I just simply click connect now, and I'm taken here to our classroom, keeping in mind that the only two things that will always be available when you come in here are the whiteboard and text editor. Graphing calculator, the site is intelligent enough to know when you're not in a math session, so you won't need it, but you will always have the whiteboard and text editor. I can do a lot of cool things in here. Of course, you can just see I'm simply writing on it, sloppily, of course. I can even add a little text box if I want to. Over here on the right-hand side is, again, where I'd be conversing with a tutor if they were actually there. And again, if also I wasn't using the voice chat functionality. I can also even import things to the whiteboard itself. So if I wanted to truly show the tutor the exact thing I'm working on and make sure that we can both see it on here, I can import my math problems on here and be able to work on them right above that there with my tutor. So that's a cool part of the functionality. Another thing you can do is if you're graphing other things, you can come in here, put some shapes on there. If you're geometry, do anything with graphing and algebra, I can choose to have small or large lines and boxes here. So I'll go back to small, and then I can even, once I'm done with that, I can actually graph like a parabola, for instance, and have something there for me and the tutor to actually go over. Now, the great news is that this particular whiteboard, and just like with the text editor, it's never ending, so you can use as much space as you need to. You don't have to add multiple whiteboards, although you can. but it will always continually give you some more room so that you have something to work on with your tutor. So that's the whiteboard section. Now the text editor section, again, which is always available, is functions like Google Docs. So if you're familiar with Google Docs, very same concept. I can write on here, my tutor can write at the same time, we can delete, we can edit, we can do a variety of different things together at the same time without having to share static images or files back and forth. So it makes for a really easy way if you're coming in here to have a English session, for instance, where they're going to be reviewing an essay that you did. This makes it a ton easier to be able to go in there, paste in your essay, and be able to work on it together as you go through it. As I mentioned, because it's available, if you're just more comfortable with typing out, you can always use this too, just in case it's a lot easier for you to be able to put it in here. The graphing calculator, again, is only available when you're doing a math session, and it looks like this. It's a fully functioning keyboard and calculator there for you to be able to use, and the tutor as well, to be able to go through some of those more difficult graphing problems that you're going to be doing. You can continue to share files as well if you need to. If you need to share anything additional with the tutor, they can also share things with you. Of course, again, everything is recorded so that you are able to get those things when you come back later if you need them, but they are certainly there for you to be able to make use of. A general note about your interactions with a tutor is that this is not an answer factory. It's not designed for you to come in here, just hop in and say, hey, I have this question and I'd like the answer. And they just give it to you and you leave. That's not how this particular site works. We really want to make sure you're having an experience for you to be critically thinking through problems to get to solutions, to be able to learn together with a tutor who is just helping you along to reach that logical end or that conclusion or that solution. So just a note about what you'll experience. You'll be asked a lot of questions. So you definitely prepare yourself to be engaging with a tutor when you come in here. When you're all done, you can simply click End Session. It'll take you to a post-session survey that for you is completely optional. And there you can, of course, rate the session, rate the tutor, rate how you like the service in general. And also, you can even favorite a tutor. So if you really liked working with your tutor, let's say you did work in a math session, you really liked working with them, you can actually favorite them so that when you come back to the site on potentially a different day, and you still need help with like a math problem, like calculus, there will be a way for you to reconnect with that tutor. And the way to do that is that when you're in here, you go to My Account, and underneath My Account is My Favorite Tutors, and this is where they'll live. So you'll actually be able to see when they're online or active and available. And this is an opportunity for you to reconnect with them. So you can have as many folks as you like. Of course, I don't have any, but you can have as many as you like. And if someone does pop on and is available at the same time you're coming in and needing help, you're absolutely free to request help from them and be able to connect with them right away once you input that, another request form that allows you to get connected with them. The only other way to choose who you work with, either live or in the future through schedule a session, is just by clicking on that box right there. And as you can see, the folks who are online now that I can get help with are highlighted in a little green text right there that I simply click on, and I'm able to connect with them. So once I'm ready, maybe I want to work with Margaret on my English essay, I can simply click the online now. Or if I know that I have some time that I just want to finish my essay and I really want to get a whole bunch of help from her, potentially later on, I click on her picture, I click on schedule a session, and it's going to take me to this page where it allows me to see a little bit about who our tutor is, what her schedule is like, and what other students have been saying about her. So this is I call it the Yelp review section of Tutor.com Homework Help. And as you can see, some really nice things that have been said by fellow students like yourselves who really want to just get in here and get some help. So let's say I do have some time this coming Saturday that I'd like to work with her at 3 o'clock in Eastern time. I can work with her for 30 to 60 minutes. Just gives the tutor an idea of how much time they're going to need to be spending with you. You simply upload your thing here, say, hey, I have an essay that I'm going to like some help on. You can click schedule a session, and then once you come back here at that time, so if I come back at 3 o'clock on Saturday, I will come back and be able to get help with her because a little bubble will appear and say, hey, you have a scheduled session coming up. Let's get you to the classroom so you can get everything squared and ready to go. That is how our scheduled session function works. Now, if you don't want to talk to any of our tutors at all, which is totally fine, if you still want to get help with your essay, but not necessarily have to sit with anyone live and just want someone to go through it for you, you can come to our Submit a Paper for Review section, the drop-off essay, and really just fill out a very simple form, upload your essay in docx or txt form, and you will be able to get some feedback from them, guaranteed within 12 hours. In practice, it's roughly 6 to 8 hours, and I've been hearing it's even trending down towards 3 hours. So you have the ability to get some help back very quickly. Keeping in mind as well, you don't even need to be done with your essay. You can still be working on it. You can still be, grinding through it and just say, hey, I need some help on my word choice, my sentence construction, something that the tutor can keep a lookout for so that they know what to read, and to know what kind of feedback is going to be most helpful for you. And once you click submit, that's when it'll go into the queue and be able to be reviewed by a tutor. Last couple things that are in here that actually don't involve our tutors at all unless you want them to are our diagnostic quizzes. And as you can see here, I have a whole bunch of quizzes available in English, science, and math subjects. So if I choose Algebra 1 and I wanted help with sequences, I could take a quiz here. It would pop up in this window. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through it very quickly since, of course, this doesn't really mean anything to me. I also haven't done this in a very long time. But once I get through here, I'm going to be able to get a grade. I'll be able to review my questions, see what I got wrong, see what I got correct. Let me check something else. See what we got here. There we go. We'll just use this one instead. And I'll go through these things, through the answers here. All right. Flying through here. And I'll just finish my quiz, yes. Shocking. Oh, wow, I did better than expected. Okay. So I'm going to review my answers here. Let's say I did indeed get this one incorrect. Here was the correct answer. Maybe there was one that I did answer correctly or incorrectly. Here we go. Here was my answer, and here's the correct answer. Now, if I was doing this for real and I was still very confused, still didn't understand why this was the correct answer and would like to actually talk to somebody, this handy little button, once I click it, will actually fill out a form for me. So as you can see, it says Math Algebra 1. It's already got everything here, including a link to that particular question. So once you click Connect Now and are connected to a math tutor, they'll actually be able to help you and say, hey, I see you were looking at this question. Let's, go through it and see what we can figure out together. Right? So a really easy way to get some help in case you're looking to get some coming off of those diagnostic quizzes. Again, you can spend as much time as you want in here, take them as many times as you need to, take as many of them as you'd like to, and it certainly doesn't count against you or the folks at Upper Bound in terms of time available. Lastly, we have these videos that we actually just launched this year. Now, if you're in APs, wonderful. Definitely feel free to make use of these in the format that they were intended. As you can see, there's an AP Biology exam video. There's things that are sometimes very specific to the exam. But if you're in biology just by itself, these videos can also come in handy as well, since a lot of them are also fairly general to just that content or subject matter. And as you can see, there's lots of videos. These are around 3 to 5 minutes long. Some of them are as long as 7, but they're typically pretty short. But as you see, there's 107 videos in here for you to watch. So we certainly encourage you to come in here, again, to spend no time whatsoever. You can be in here as long as you want. You can watch as many of these as you would like to. And you would certainly, hopefully, be able to get some kind of value out of them for them being here. Last couple things to cover. Again, all of your sessions are recorded, and once you have them, they'll start appearing here. So you'll see your tutor, you'll see your question, you'll see a little screenshot of the whiteboard you worked on, and then you are able to review them, replay them, and are able to even send them out to other folks as well, whether it's a teacher, an admin, someone at Upper Bound, in case you ever would need to do that. Again, the My Favorite Tutor section is here, and the My Locker section is where we keep everything that you've uploaded to the site, just in case you need it again, just in case you need to grab something that you uploaded in a session or to the site. It will always be there for you in that particular section. With that being said, though, that is the homeworkhelptutor.com website for Upward Bound at Salem International University. I certainly encourage you to make use of this anytime. Again, it is available 24/7, 361 on any device. So never hesitate to give it a shot. You've already seen this for the past couple of years since we've been working with you all. Wonderful. I encourage you to keep using it as you continue through your academic careers. And for anyone new, give it a shot, see how you like it, and just know that it's a resource that is always here for you with someone live who is willing and able to help you out in the subject matter that you need help the most. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day, and look forward to hearing some great feedback from you in the future. Thanks so much.